What is up, guys? My name's PremiumAphid, and today I'm going to be reviewing this drone here. And if you want to hear the story on how it almost injured me, I'm going to skip to the end if you don't want to hear the rest of the review. So this is a drone that my mom got me for a Christmas present. She was in a mall kiosk store, and she was just walking around, and I did not ask for a drone, but she just thought it would be really cool, and I do enjoy them. I wasn't expecting it, and she got me this, which was really cool. It was $200, and it's by this weird brand called Haktoys. It has a 2.4 gigahertz. That's the name for it, and it shows a remote with your phone pretty much just hanging off of it, and you're able to get the app where you're able to use this. More logos, and on the back it just says some more information pretty much. That has this loop function, which it does very well, but pretty much only when you don't want it to happen. And here's the remote, which that is what the remote looks like. And here's just a ton more things, just random facts that they list there, number them for some reason. This drone was terrible. When I first got it, like, I thought it was pretty cool. It looked pretty nice, and I'm actually gonna grab it. So here's the drone itself, and it seems pretty cool, but when you start feeling, just drop the box, but when you start feeling these like wing protectors, you're gonna realize that they're really cheap, and it actually came broken for me. There's a little chip already in it, and then the on-off switch was broken, and I think that was pretty much it. It was just kind of weird taking these wires apart. It was extremely hard to take it apart at first, and when we bought it, they told us that there's no refunds, and when my mom bought it, she noticed that it was messed up, and they would not accept it back. And pretty much now their mall kiosk store is just gone, and I know a lot of people have had similar problems because this thing is a piece of junk, and if you try to fly it, it didn't really ever work for me. When I try to fly it, I would use the remote, and I know how to use the remote. I have had tons of RC helicopters. I've had another drone before that it's a nano drone, and I know how to fly these things. And I tried flying this one, and it was doing things I was not telling it to do. So I just pushed up, and all of a sudden it started doing that loop feature over and over and over. And when I first broke these wing protectors, I don't know, safeguards, I guess another name for them. When I first used it, I barely hit up, and for some reason the drone just did that on the ground, and just that little movement like that broke all of these. Like, these little wing protectors are equivalent to a straw that you get in a juice box, and then this thing also says, like, people who sell this to you will claim that this will be able to hold a GoPro. It does not. I tried. I put a GoPro attachment on it, and I tried letting it fly, and it just did plop. It fell to the ground. It didn't even come close to flying with the GoPro, and honestly, I don't think this is even able to fly without a GoPro. Like, I tried flying it, and it just started doing the loops. I don't know if this is defective, but I've heard a lot of people on Amazon reviews say similar things, and it's just not very trustworthy. And it looks cool, I'll give them that. And this might be like a cool toy to just like give to a kid to let him like play with it, but as soon as it comes to actual flying, this thing does not work at all. And the remote does seem kind of cool, but the attachment, I can't find the actual thing you put on to hold your phone, but it's extremely cheap, and it's basically held on there by gravity. You just slip it in this notch, and then gravity just holds it in place. And I don't really feel comfortable having my phone there, and there are a ton of buttons on this, and they advertise it with 2 speed modes, but there's actually 3. I guess they don't know how to count, but there's 30, 60, and 100%. And when I first flew it was on 30. That's when that tilt thing broke, and then when I tried flying it again with the GoPro and it started doing the loops and stuff, I had it on 100. And I did slowly go from 30 to 100, but it was just really, really bad. And this could hurt you pretty bad since you pretty much don't have any control when you turn this thing on and it starts flying and doing flips. This could seriously injure you. If one of these wings hit you in the face, I mean, they do travel fast enough to cut you up, and that's a very scary thing when you can't control a quadcopter. And I know this one's kind of light, but it's still, those things moving that fast will hurt you. And I think when it came in the box, they gave me this little charging wire, and the charging wire is extremely cheap, and I'm pretty sure that's all. It does come with an extra pair of wings, but that doesn't matter because this thing won't even fly. So basically, do not buy this thing. I know it's on Amazon for $100 now. I bought this, or my mom bought this for $200. Well, technically $180. They gave her a special deal and sold it to her for $180, and you're able to buy it on Amazon for $100 right now. If you want a drone just to mount on your wall and never fly, good choice, only $100. If you actually want to fly this drone, not a good choice. And I forgot to mention, the camera on this is extremely bad. They say a high quality camera when they're selling this on Amazon. It probably does 360 to 480p, and on the app they stretch it, and the recording is extremely bad. And when you actually go to fly it and you're recording, you'll notice that there's not even a big enough power supply in here to power the camera and the drone itself. So when you're flying, you'll see the video pausing anytime you give it a lot of power, which is pretty much the entire time when you're trying to take this off the ground, which this thing does not do a very good job at it. So I'm just gonna stop ranting here. It's probably gonna start to annoy you guys. And just to compare this to a nano drone, here's a nano drone in a little cage, and here's this. So this is a pretty big size. I mean, here's my hand, here's the drone. It's pretty big, but useless. So thank you guys for watching. I hope I save your time, and just don't buy this, otherwise you will regret it. I promise you that. Just find another drone. You might want to spend an extra $100 to make sure you get a better one. I mean, this drone's a lot of fun, and it was like $80, and it's a nano drone. There's no camera, but it's still a lot of fun. So peace out.